thanks for watching my Ultimate Gallery Thumbnails guide. Today I'm going to show you everything I know on how to make your gallery thumbnail look really good and to really showcase your build and put it in a really nice light. Let's get started. I know you've heard the saying, location, location, location. It's a big factor in gallery thumbnails. You have to have a nice looking lot. Thankfully, a simmer named Mrs. Tomato 1018 made some really cool lighting maps for almost all of the worlds. I'm not sure if she's done a ROM map yet, but I'm going to leave the video for that linked in the description, and I'm also going to leave a link to the maps in the description. Now, I personally use about 12 lots in total that I just recycle over and over. And I'm going to show you which lots I use mostly in the base game. In Willow Creek, these 3 lots are the lots I use the most. I do occasionally use other lots, but mostly those. In Newcrest, I use these 5 lots the most, and of course the only 30 by 30 in the base game. I use that lot often. It has great lighting. And in Oasis Springs, I use these 2 lots the most. I do use a 50 by 50 in Oasis Springs. It has really nice lighting, but I don't build on big lots very often at all. 30 by 20 is probably my favorite lot. If you're newer to building, you can check which way your lot is facing by clicking the Save to My Library button, which is up here. And you can change the time of day by cycling through this button: night, morning, afternoon, and evening. Now, if you've built a multi-level build, the camera's going to zoom out and your build is going to look smaller. If you even add a chimney that has walls or half walls, this is also going to happen. There is a way that you can get it closer, a little zoom in, by changing the resolution. If you're already playing on the lowest resolution, you won't be able to change this. If you play on the highest resolution, you can lower it to the lowest resolution, and it will zoom your picture in quite a bit. You can see in the thumbnail it did zoom in my picture. And don't worry about that translucent bar there. It's not noticeable in the gallery lineup. It's only noticeable when you click on the actual thumbnail. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this chimney so the game doesn't recognize it as a 3rd floor and try to zoom up there to make my thumbnail smaller. I'm going to get rid of this half wall up here, and I'm going to make the walls below into a taller half wall. And see, it already zooms my thumbnail in much closer, and it looks much better. On lots with obstacles, you can also build higher up to get your camera to focus off the obstacle. On the left is the picture with the shorter chimney, and on the right is the picture with the taller chimney. You can see the left is zoomed in more and looks better. People are always asking me how I get the lighting in my gallery thumbnails. You can only do this with seasons. You don't need a mod, but a mod does make it easier. And I'm going to show you how you do this. Now, the weather condition that really gives your build nice lighting is heat wave light. You can use the weather machine to change this lighting, but I personally don't like using the weather machine, and I don't think that the lighting looks very good from the weather machine at all. I think from a natural heat wave, it looks much better. This is how it looks with the weather machine. This is the daytime setting with the weather machine, and this is the evening setting with the weather machine. I'm going to show you how it looks with the natural weather, and it looks much better. Now, you do have to have a sim on your lot to change the weather. This is no problem for myself because I playtest my lots, and I usually build nowadays with a sim on my lot anyway, just so I can test other things. So you can use the calendar here in advance if you don't want to use a mod, to see when there is going to be a heat wave. Now, if you don't want to use a mod, there's a couple cheats that can help you out, but to be honest, it's still very tedious to do it this way. So you open your cheat bar with Control plus Shift plus C, and you're going to enter this cheat here to change the season to fall. I'm going to leave this in the description, all these cheats on how you can change the season from one to another. If you don't want to use a mod, you can change the season, and then you can change it back and forth. I did this between fall and summer, and then I would check my calendar to get the date for the heat wave so I could then do my thumbnail. Yes, it was a very long process. There's also some cheats on some websites that will get you to instantly change the weather, but I can never get those to work. So thanks to my friend Brenly D, who told me about MC Command Center, where you can instantly change the weather, it has made it much easier to get the thumbnails that I like. I'm going to leave a link to this mod in my description. It's my favorite mod. It's very easy to use. There's tons of things you can do with it. But to change the weather, all you have to do is click on the mailbox, and you're going to get all these weather options up here. And what you're going to want to do, I think it's the third page, you're going to click heat wave, and then it gives you a time duration for how long you want the heat wave or whatever weather situation to last. So I clicked on heat wave, and as you can see, it doesn't take very long to change. It's gradually changing over to the heat wave, and you can see that the light is getting brighter and brighter. This is the nice light from the heat wave. You can see my guy's uncomfortable. And here in the thumbnail, I think it's like 7 o'clock here in this thumbnail. Now it's evening, and you can see how nice it makes the thumbnail. It has a nice sunset looking light. I personally, here's the daylight light, I personally like the lighting from like 3 p.m. to sunset. I think that's the best light, and I usually choose thumbnails with that lighting period. So another thing I like to do for really nice looking gallery thumbnails is I like to stage the lots on either side of my builds. I know there's some lots you can't do this on, but on the lots that you can do this on, it does make your lot look very nice. I staged both lots on both sides of this house. I do like to oversize my trees a tad, but I do try to leave room so you can see the floor plan in pictures 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. This is the evening heat wave light, and you can see it makes a really nice lighting on the house. And this is the daytime heat wave light, and it still looks very nice. I did actually renovate this house, so it looks a little different, and I'm going to upload it to the gallery. But here's the comparisons. There you have the original, and then you have the daytime heat wave, and then the evening heat wave lighting. Don't forget to check the description for all the links I'm going to leave. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.